I'm back. DraftKings NFL Week 2. Let's get it. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, fans of Mod Life and Hero Spell Studios. Appreciate y'all for tuning in today. Week 2 of the NFL is here. Let's get right into the best picks we can possibly give you, given the Wednesday of September 12th, 2023. The Vikings and the Eagles play Thursday night, so I won't have any Vikings or Eagles in our lineup, but given the conundrum of week 1, the absolute craziness that happened in week 1, the bad teams were good, the good teams were bad, the great teams were really bad, and the very bad teams were still kind of very bad. But quite honestly, the best teams, the top 4 teams, Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, and the Vikings, right? Kind of biased, but anyways, they all looked terrible, and they all lost. Their fantasy players didn't really have much to show for either besides Patrick Mahomes, but he showed that he was great. Nonetheless, I think week 2, these teams turn it around and they have some players that show and they win the next game because they were 0-1 after week 1. They can't have 2 weeks in a row like that. So week 2, here we are. Starting off with the quarterback position. I'm so excited to be saying this again. Let's get it. Justin Fields. Justin Fields did not have a great game last week against Green Bay. Let's see. He had 16 points. That's good if you're like Colt McCoy, but he's not Colt McCoy. He can move his feet. He gets he's like a 25, 30 point a game kind of guy. I think he does that against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who do have a good defense. Don't get me wrong. Tampa Bay's defense is not bad by any means, but Tampa Bay is coming off a high that they just beat the Vikings, who are supposed to be a really good team, right? I don't think Tampa Bay's offense can continue what they did against the Vikings. Chicago's defense is a little bit better than the Vikings, right? But they're going to have to score points against Chicago because they have a mobile quarterback who they're going to have to contain in Justin Fields. I don't think they're up to that task. Therefore, Justin Fields in our lineup for week 2. Going on to the running back positions, Travis Etienne and Kenneth Walker III. Travis Etienne had a very good week last week, actually, against the Indianapolis, 21.4 points. Good job, Travis Etienne. You earned a spot today in Mod King's lineup for week 2. Congratulations. The Jacksonville Jaguars on paper are gross. Like, on their whole offense. Evan Ingram, who we also have in our lineup, but we'll get to that. Evan Ingram, Calvin Ridley, my goodness. Tell me in the comments how many points Calvin Ridley had. I think it was like 37, something crazy like that. Nonetheless, Travis Etienne, you have earned your spot in our lineup against Kansas City, a high-scoring game. I might change this, put a couple Chiefs in there, but given the week 1 showing, the Chiefs' skill players, when Kelsey's not in there, are pretty bad. Like, sorry. Tony, you got to catch, man. Sky Moore, I had you in my lineup. You got to catch, man. Until then, you're not going to be in the lineup. Case closed. Jacksonville wins this game. They're 2-0. Kenneth Walker III, going into Detroit, Ford Field. I have 2 Seattle Seahawks in my lineup. John Edwards, I know you're going to watch this. Yes, I have 2 Seattle Seahawks in my lineup, one of them being Kenneth Walker. I can't remember the guy's name, the second string running back off the top of my head. If somebody in the chat could tell me what his name is, I don't remember. But anyways, Kenneth Walker is the true running back number 1 for the Seattle Seahawks. He has earned his spot as the running back 2 in week 2, going up against the Detroit Lions, whose defense can create pressure, but they can't quite stop the run just yet. So Kenneth Walker, again, congratulations. 5,800 DraftKings dollars. Pretty cheap for Kenneth Walker III for a good running back. He has made our lineup for week number 2. Going on to the 3 wide receiver positions, DJ Moore. I'm pronouncing this correctly. Puka Nacua. That's right. Okay, I'm seeing head nods behind the camera. So Puka Nacua, the correct name. I was really worried about pronouncing that correctly. And Jackson Smith and Jigba making our lineup here for week 2. DJ Moore, 5,500 DK bucks. Puka Nacua, 4,900 bucks. And Jackson Smith Jigba, 4,500 bucks. That's, I'm no math magician here, but that equates to about 14,000 just for the receivers. That's like really cheap. That's extremely cheap for very high value going into week 2. Puka Nacua, there's not much to say. Everybody saw who is this guy who put up, how many did he put up? 25 points I didn't even know who the guy was until last week. So he's with Cooper Kupp not there. Puka Nakua, Puka the Nakua, and keep getting points. Simple as that. Jackson Smith-Jigba, another one, right? DK Metcalf got his touches last week. I don't want to say Tyler Lockett's not going to get his touches this week, but they play Detroit, right? Detroit's defense, they create a rush, they create pressure, but they're not great, by any means. They're not, a bulldozing defense that can just run over guys and bully guys and stop anything in their path like the Dallas defense. My God, talk about a good defense. Detroit's defense is very mediocre, and Seattle has to win this game, in my opinion. They lost against the Rams, who a lot of people counted out. Seattle is supposed to kind of be that team in that division besides San Francisco. I believe Jackson Smith-Jigba has a big reason for that. And the third wide receiver, DJ Moore. We have the Justin Fields, DJ Moore stack. This is the first stack of the year. Justin Fields to DJ Moore. I think they connect this week on a long touchdown, maybe two. Tight end, Evan Engram. Yes, from Jacksonville. Going up against Kansas City, there's not much else to say. Will Travis Kelce play this week? If he does, I think Evan Engram goes even crazier because he wants to match him. But if not, I still think he gets 20 points because Kansas City is not going to repeat last week, even if they don't have Kelce. They have Chris Jones. They got Chris Jones back. Signed that $19 million one-year deal. So he is going to be a force up front. Trevor Lawrence is going to have to account for him. Who's going to be his first check down? Evan Engram in the flat. Maybe like 7 catches for 110 and a score. We'll take it. Easy. Flex. We had $7,500 left over. Nope, $7,400 because there's a big difference between 100 of the players you can get and who you can't. But we're fitting Derrick Henry in the lineup this week against the LA Chargers. LA Chargers fans, wherever you are in LA, I thought your defense was supposed to be like top 3. You got everybody. Kendricks, Khalil Mack. You got all these cats, and you let the Miami Dolphins, led by Tua Tagovailoa, do literally whatever they wanted on you. Are you going to let Derrick Henry do the same? I say yes, until proven otherwise. Sorry, Chargers fans. Love ya. But Derrick Henry, I think, is going to have a monster week, like 33 points, 2 touchdowns, and like 200 yards. Simple as that. $7,400 for Derrick Henry going up against the LA Chargers. That is also a home game in Tennessee. It's going to be Strumman in Nashville. They're going to be walking down the streets. King Henry is back. Last but not least, defense, special teams, everybody's favorite, because we take the value and we put it into our lineups. Arizona Cardinals versus the New York Giants. All I'm going to say about that, I will pick any defense against the New York Giants until proven otherwise. Case closed. Lineup done. Week 2 is complete. Appreciate y'all for tuning into today's video. We'll give it one more rundown before we take off for tonight. Justin Fields at quarterback, Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker at the running back positions, DJ Moore, Puka Nakua, and Jackson Smith-Jigba at wide receiver, Evan Engram at tight end, Derrick Henry at the flex position, and the Cardinals defense against the New York Giants. And I'm just letting you guys know now, I'll pick every defense the New York Giants plays until they prove me otherwise. Thank you all for tuning in today. Mod Life, we're going to give you guys a super cool video in the future about the Mod Life. We got merch dropping soon. Appreciate y'all for tuning into the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. And happy DraftKings playing. See you Sunday.